Hey guys, welcome back to the culcom Daily Questions. We're going to look at one of the topics that's discussed at culcom. What are we discussing today?
Today we are discussing Christmas and Lunar New Year's Day.
Ooh, okay, this is a big holiday. So number one, who do you want to spend Christmas with?
Well, I think it's a family event, and I was really lucky enough that despite being in Korea, my family were able to visit Korea.
What?
And we spent Christmas Day in Seoul. So I think, having the family around I felt was really, really special. And to be in Korea while it happened was lovely.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of a special foreigner when it comes to Christmas because one of the jobs I do around Christmas time is I grow my beard out and then I color it white so I can dress up as Santa Claus. So usually, like the last couple Christmases, I've been doing that now. So I've done that for 4 years. So usually, like I spend Christmas like either like at a hotel or going around to people's houses and going ho ho ho, and getting some good money for that.
Yeah, good. Yeah. I'm glad.
Because like the alternate, like I put the effort in, and it's a much better effort than a lot of the other Santas, which are, no offense, like skinny Russian guys with a fake white beard.
Yeah. In Korea.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know that there's much of a market really for Santas in Korea.
Oh well, there is, and even like this one rich family, she told me like all her friends are jealous that she has me and that I look like a real Santa and that her friends can't find me.
I'm glad it's sought after.
Yeah.
I think it's wonderful, really.
Yeah. But so that's usually how I spend Christmas. I'll probably, like 2024, that's probably how I'll be doing it too. Maybe like only in the morning, and then usually in the afternoon, I go to a private Christmas party that I'm invited to every year.
Yeah, it was my first Christmas celebrated with barbecue.
Yeah.
First time, so yeah.
Can you read the second one?
Yes. Number 2, what significance do you look forward to on Christmas?
So again, I work, so I get like a good paycheck. But also, like after I'm done the Santa stuff in the morning, I go to the local Canadian bar, which is actually across the street from the culcom in Sinchon. But like they have a private Christmas party there, and I get to meet with a bunch of other Canadians that are living in Korea, and like just have drinks and celebrating and chatting.
What was Christmas like in Canada for you?
It's been a while since I've had Christmas in Canada, so it's usually now that my brother and my sister have kids. It's much like now they go to my brother's house for that holiday. Like my brother has Christmas, my sister has Thanksgiving, and then my parents have Easter.
Yeah.
So like Easter dinner. So right now it's everyone kind of just goes over to my brother's house for Christmas hams, and much like probably British, we also do the Christmas crackers.
Yes. Yeah. I suppose that's the main significance for me, and I think in England is having the Christmas dinner and having the whole family sat around the Christmas dinner. That's really what I look forward to, and I think especially as you grow older and the presents start to dry up, the Christmas dinner is what you're really looking forward to. So
yeah. So like, what do you have at Christmas? What's the Christmas dinner?
It's traditionally going to be turkey.
Turkey,
which I think is usually a Thanksgiving thing in America.
It's Thanksgiving. It's turkey, and then we do the Christmas ham.
Okay. Yeah, so we have turkey, pigs in blankets.
Pigs in blankets.
So sausage, wrap it in bacon, Brussels sprouts, roast potatoes, parsnips, carrots, and then a Christmas pudding after. I don't know if that if that translates.
I didn't have. We would have a pie.
Okay.
A pie.
We would have a Christmas sort of fruit cake that was rock hard, and you would set it on fire. And then as you bring it out, and it's blue with flame because you've soaked it in whiskey or brandy. and it tastes horrible, but you just do it every year.
All right, let's jump to number 3. What recent Christmas-related trends are gaining attention in Korea?
I think more Christmas cafes.
Christmas cafes.
Yeah, just the general aesthetics of Christmas are taking off a bit more.
Yeah, like it's becoming bigger and bigger now. That like it's more like an international. So even I think Koreans actually care more about Christmas than they do like Chuseok or Seollal. Yeah, so Christmas has become like the big holiday for kids, especially if you have kids.
Yeah, it also, from what I saw walking around Korea during Christmas, was that it was definitely a couple's day and a shopping day as well.
Yeah.
I was up in Seoul, and there were hordes of crowds around the main areas.
It's super popular for couples during Christmas time. Can you read number 4 for us?
Yes. How do Koreans choose and prepare Christmas presents?
So yeah, like it's more like kids. Like when I long ago when I saw like Christmas gifts from like their parents, it used to be more like school supplies.
Okay, yeah.
But now like the Christmas gifts are now becoming more toys. Like Lego is very popular.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got no experience really with this. But I'm glad that it's more toys now.
Well, did you do anything like around Christmas time with your Korean friends?
No, not really. It seemed like it was more just about going to cafes, which doesn't really seem like that different from what you do
Well,
day
there's
to day.
also like the Christmas specialties probably. Like they have Christmas.
New things to eat. Add some red and some green in
Yeah.
places, and that makes it a Christmas.
Yeah.
It's not quite the sort of, I suppose, adding cinnamon, does that make it Christmassy?
Yeah, Christmas cider, apple cider, cinnamon apple cider. It becomes out. Number 5. What Christmas-related events or festivals are popular in Korea?
Christmas-related events. I really don't know any.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to draw. My mind's going blank. Like there's, it's not as big. Like back home on Christmas time, like there would be the mall Santas where people would come and take their picture. Hotels do that a lot now too.
Okay. Is there a turning on the lights, on the Christmas lights? Because that's a big thing in the UK.
I think I don't know, but like in Seoul, there's also like there's the river that goes to the center, the Cheonggyecheon, and I think they have like lantern festival around that time.
Yeah, I think lots of light festivals, and when I was in Seoul during Christmas, it was lots of just walking up and down the river, looking at the lights, seeing the lights of the city, really.
Yeah, but yeah, around Christmas, like there are like in Seoul, there's a bunch of like different like Christmas festivals. There's like a European Christmas festival, which is just more like a market and like hearing like some okay bands.
Yeah,
and then like there's a French Christmas festival too, like Little France. But nothing really big yet, but I think it's growing in popularity.
Yes, hopefully.
Okay. Can you read the next one, number 6?
Number 6. What do you usually do on Lunar New Year's Day?
So I think we talked about this on a previous episode. So like Lunar New Year here is 3 days. So what I end up doing, like I stay in the country because that's actually like I usually like send money home around the holidays, so I don't have lots of money. And also working as an actor after the lunar holiday, there's not a lot of productions or filmings that happen, so I stay I've always stayed in the country. So usually I just hang out with my foreigner friends at a bar.
Yeah. Well, in my one Lunar New Year celebration, I decided that it would be time to leave Korea and travel to Cambodia, where there was still some populations in Cambodia still celebrating New Year's, but it was a bit more vibrant, a bit more going on than in Korea during the New Year for foreigners. because most stuff is sort of quietened down a bit.
Yeah, it's just like a regular holiday. I don't feel like it's anything special. I don't really have Korean family, so it's just, you know, a couple days off.
Yeah, a few days off.
Yeah.
There's quite a few Korean celebrations that are a day off, really.
Yeah. All right, number 7. Is there something you absolutely have to do on Lunar New Year's Day?
I mean, on Lunar New Year's Day, I suppose I could speak from a New Year's Day at home is traditionally on January 1st into January 1st, and usually with some champagne, waiting for the clock to reach midnight, and then the fireworks go off in London.
Right. Yeah.
And
Yeah. So like regular New Year's Day, like December 31st, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, like it's just the countdown's very important, but not. And then the next day, I think we used to have like New Year's Day dinner, but now everyone's grown up and we don't do that as much. Lunar New Year, something us as foreigners, there's not really we have to do.
No.
I think this is more the question for the Koreans. Sorry. Can you read number 9? Sorry, number 8.
Are there new ways for spending Lunar New Year's recently?
Yeah.
Have you seen any new ways that people have been spending that day?
Well, yeah, I said this on I see like a lot of Koreans now, they're just traveling because like the thing was it was 3 days because long ago, because it took a long time to travel and to visit these people, and you wanted to, you know, after traveling you wanted to spend as much time together before you had to return. But like with modern technology and even Zoom, you could just have a conversation or see someone very quickly. So like a lot of Korean families are traveling.
Yeah. I think new ways of spending, I've had more and more Zoom calls and FaceTime calls over the last few years, just because as people are in more places all over the world, really, is that we don't quite have to have all of those big congregational holidays. Instead, we can stick to our own things, have a Zoom call on the day.
Yeah, as well as we're all getting older, and as time goes on, like people want to do less and less on those days. So when we were younger and full of energy, we wanted to go out, we wanted to see all these people, but now people are going, they're happy just doing the bare minimum on these days. Number 9, which places are usually the busiest on Lunar New Year's Day?
I think the places where in people's homes, really.
Yeah, I mean it's actually not that busy at all because, like we said, during the Thanksgiving, a lot of these places are closed because people are spending the time with their family or they're going abroad.
Yeah.
So
maybe
really,
the airport.
Yeah.
Airport.
Oh,
the airport is the busiest place.
That's
maybe.
a good answer. Yeah, busy. Oh yeah, the busiest place on Lunar New Year's, Japan. There's lots of Koreans in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Korea.
No. Should I go to number?
Can you read the last one?
Number 10. What do you usually talk about with your family on Lunar New Year's Day? Shall we say, in general holidays?
Yeah. Well, like there's always even the regular New Year's. Like you talk about your New Year's resolution for one thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the resolution that you have for maybe the first week at most, that's usually brought up. I think usually most of my conversations with family revolve around what we've been watching on TV, honestly. Yeah. And it's not as much a time for reflection as we might hope it to be.
Or all the mistakes that you made, like, I got fat this year.
Yeah, the year's grievances, they can come out maybe on the New Year's Day.
Yeah, but usually, or like on the January 1st, New Year's Day, basically, with my family or my friends, I would be talking about how hungover I am. I drank too much last night.
Yeah, I think you also get a big upsurge in sort of athleisure.
Yeah.
And anything to do with working out, because this year is going to be my year. I'm sure is said many times.
Yeah. But yeah, like again, we're like Lunar New Year's, like our family, Korean friends. Like sometimes, I guess some people like are invited over like for solar dinner, and they take the pit. Some of my foreign friends, even though they don't have a Korean family, to do that. But one thing, my foreign friends actually have like a Korean, my foreign guy friends that have a Korean wife. That's actually the day that like. Usually the day before or the first day of like Lunar New Year's is when they're like, hey man, I could come out, I could drink, I could party. Like, why? It's like, well, the wife had to go to her mother's house and prepare all the food for the big dinner. So I have nothing to do.
Yeah.
So I'm free. I'm off the chain.
Yeah, maybe not so busy for some then.
Yeah. All right, well, that concludes the topic of Christmas and Lunar New Year's. If you do have questions about culcom, you could reach them on their Instagram. Thanks for tuning in, and bye-bye.